365 days a year. Tune in to this YouTube channel. Doing big things here in the name of enjoyment. And what we're doing is Project 365. Project Bliss. 365 days a year. Project Bliss. There's one thing that's important, and it's bliss. Find your bliss. That's what I used to say to people as a high school counselor and as a job counselor, and also as a car salesman. Find your bliss. Guys, it doesn't matter what you're doing. It doesn't matter what's going on. Just find your bliss. 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 Find your bliss. 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 Nothing matters except for the pursuit of pleasure. Hedonism is a cardinal virtue. Nothing else matters. Nothing matters. Bliss. Find your bliss. Find your bliss. For me, bliss means relaxing in a nice hot tub, a nice hot bubble bath, having some Milano cookies. I like to have some Milano cookies in a bubble bath, and I read my E.L. James book, and I'm just so blissful. I'm so blissful. I turn my cell phone off, and my bliss meter just shoots through the roof. My bliss. Bliss for me is a nice soda and a TV program. That's how I get down. Nice big pair of tits in my face. Nice big set of milky tits right in my face. Rub some nice big milky jugs in my face. Suck the milk out of the nipples. Suck all that juice out. Smack those tits. Hit those tits with a belt. Leave a big welt across her chest. Ah! I like to rub my fingers in my crotch and smell my groin. Yeah, and then I put my hand down my pants and I smell my grut. Oh yeah. Dig two hands between my balls and my thighs, and I rub it under my nose so I smell it all day. Cocky. You know what gives me bliss? Dookie. Websites where they rub dookie on each other. Scat smearing. Poopy. I love poopy. I soiled my diaper. Fresh diaper soiling. My bliss is diaper soiling videos on YouTube. I made a mess. Baby made a mess. Mommy, baby made a mess. Pee and some scat. You know what gives me bliss?
Other people suffering.
Other people in pain gives me bliss. I like to squeeze people for money. You know what gives me bliss? When a guy gives me a hard luck story about how he can't afford his back surgery. You know what gives me bliss? When a guy gives me a hard luck story about how he needs to buy baby clothes for his kids, but he can't because he owes me money, and I squeeze him good for it. I squeeze him for the money. That gives me bliss. You know what gives me bliss? Riding down the highway, there's an accident, I pull over and I have an Auntie Anne's pretzel, and I watch the carnage. I watch the EMS, the medical crews pulling the bodies out of the cars, and I have a nice Auntie Anne's pretzel. That's what gives me bliss. It's only 390 calories. If you skip the butter, it's 360 calories. I like to watch people hurting and have an Auntie Anne's pretzel at the mall. That could be a real fucked up way to do product placement, because, you know, right now you might be craving an Auntie Anne's pretzel. I just advertised for them for free. Or was it for free? Maybe they're gonna cut me a check for my pretzel money. You know what my bliss is? Bad sex. Sex that ends in heartache for both parties involved, where the orgasm is lackluster and the pleasure meter is low. I wax philosophical from time to time. A thinking man, myself. I find myself often thinking about things. Do you know what bliss is for me? The only way I can achieve bliss is death. For me, bliss is relief. When I'm released from this moral coil. When I no longer am in pain.